tickling is a tickler system from back in the days of when I was in law, and I don't know, it was somebody by the name of Tickler who created this system. So at any rate, it's that you have this system of, you know, bringing forward names, somebody you met who, you know, you send them something or whatever, you call them. So here's my system. When I meet somebody, then either we talked about it, I'm going to follow up with them, or they're going to follow up with me, and we're going to talk on the phone, okay, then that happens. Or if not, I send them a personal email saying it was nice to meet you, and something personal about them. You know, like maybe they told me something about their children, or we talked specifically about something, whatever. But I send them a personal email. And I say, and I'm going to take the liberty of passing your contact information along to my team, and you'll be receiving newsletters from us. And do not hesitate to and I actually say to slide down to the bottom left corner and click the unsubscribe button if you find that they're of no value to you. And I say, I'm a big girl, it's not going to hurt my feelings. And then I'll also say, if you're reading any one of my newsletters and someone comes to mind for you who you think this might be of value, then thank you for sending it along to them, and suggest that they go to my website and subscribe for themselves. Okay? And I just don't get people who, you know, get pissy about it when they then get my newsletter, my, you know, standard form, not standard form newsletter because they're all individual, but, you know, the mass mailing. Nobody gets upset about it. Why? Because I took the time to send them a personal note that they know is personal, and 90% of them respond to me and say, thanks, that'd be great, yeah, please do, and all that stuff. Now, that doesn't mean that they're going to stay on my list forever, because they'll read it for a while, and they'll see if it speaks to them, and if it doesn't, they'll unsubscribe. But in the meantime, they're remembering me, and should somebody come to mind, they'll know how to find me. Okay, so in this Tickler system is just to stay in touch with people, to make sure nothing gets forgotten in the law, in the legal field, because then you're setting yourself up for a lawsuit. But the thing is here is that you want to touch these people. Now it's said, they have said that it takes 7 touches to make a sale. And then in the last 2 years I've been hearing it takes 9 touches to make a sale. Okay? So it means you've got to keep touching them, and not always in the same way. So you've met them, right? I've met them, I've sent them a personal email, now they're getting my newsletters. Now somebody may call them if they're looking for more information, and we make warm calls. They're not cold calls from out of the blue, although I've made them too. And I have no problem making those cold calls. In fact, anytime I'm doing something different in my business, doing another marketing tactic, something I haven't done before, I prefer to do it with strangers who I'll probably never meet, ever. So I don't use people in my database. I go onto the internet, or I have somebody on the internet find me a list of people, and I'll start phoning them. Cold calls. So I get over the frog in my throat and the feeling like an idiot and all that stuff, till I get confident with it. And I've gotten clients out of that. I've gotten probably, I'll bet you from this one campaign that I did back in '09, I'll bet you I've gotten 10 clients out of it, and I wouldn't have called 30. And I still had a conversation with somebody just the other day who I met that way. We still have never met in person, but she's this close now to working with me. It's her husband's business, but she's been in it as well. So you just never know. There's nothing wrong with cold calling. There's a time and place for everything. But it takes 9 touches, they say. So, you know, just get out there and keep touching people.